Hi, and welcome back to Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch. It's November 9th, 2014, and I know it's been a while since I did a video. I've been kind of busy with the garden and everything, and just life in general, but I had a problem with my YouTube account where I somehow lost my account to my PPITT 5150. So all my videos are still there, but they're no longer linked to my account, and that account's gone somehow. And so I had to create a new account. So I lost all of my subscribers. I had about 82 subscribers, and all that, and now that's all gone. So if you're seeing this video, please subscribe, and let your friends know. This YouTube channel that I do is a garden video and how I do things, and I also pass along the tips and tricks and things that I've learned from other YouTube channels. And so let me just kind of show you a garden update here, what's been going on. Let me show you the Swiss char, which is in this bed right here, and I just want to show you some of this beautiful coloring on this. Now this plant is a little bit, it's younger, so it's not, as well developed as the other ones are. But I just couldn't help when I saw this coloring. I was just like, wow, that's just gorgeous. Look at that orangey yellow coloring on this particular. This is a rainbow variety of Swiss char, and you can see how it goes into the veins and everything. Let me show you some of the red down here. Hopefully that's coming in pretty good. And it's just beautiful. Now, I've never eaten Swiss char, so this is my first time growing it. You can see all the coloring right in here. Most of the variety here, like I said, it was a rainbow variety, so you kind of planted it, and whatever came up was what came up. So most of it was of the red variety. And here is a kind of a white, a little bit of a yellow in there. So I'm not sure if that's a white or a yellow or a little bit of both, And trying to move in amongst the plants here and show you what I'm seeing and everything. So here's kind of a white variety right here. So you can see it all the way in the veins and everything. That's kind of cool. Again, more burgundy or red or whatever. And here's a yellow one. That's not really going to amount to anything, simply because it's just it's shaded out. Like I said, it was a late start, so I'm gonna probably pull it and just harvest the leaves and everything. And these next two beds right here is my collard greens, and you can see how well they're doing. Pretty good size leaves and everything, and you just kind of see how this is all going out, and looks pretty nice. I got a little bit of curling and stuff, so I probably need to come out here and hit it with some BT just in case. And look, I mean, you can just good sized collard greens. And last year, what I did with these collard greens, at Thanksgiving time, I just made a mess of collard greens and brought it over to the family. Unfortunately, most of the people in my family don't eat collard greens, but about 3 of us do, so that's fine, whatever. You can see all of my lettuce right here. I got way more lettuce than I need, so I'm going to have to cut back on my lettuce production. This is black-seeded Simpson lettuce, and it does really, really well. And we've eaten a few salads off of it, but I'm going to start giving some of it away to homeless shelters and things like that, because I don't want it to go to waste. And, if it helps out somebody, get some nourishment in their stomachs and everything, then that's fine. Like I said, everything's organic in my garden, and I tried all these kind of things, and sometimes some things work and sometimes they don't. But I learn and I keep on going on. Here's another side of the collard greens here. Okay, and there's the Swiss char over there. Now, what you got right here, and is my blueberry bushes. I have 8 of them, and they've kind of given me some good production, a little bit, I suppose. Not all that great. It's not as much as I would have hoped, but they're older now. They're about 6 years old, and 5 or 6 years old, so they should be producing a lot more, hopefully in the spring. And I'm going to be moving them out of there. They're too crowded, so that was one of my projects today. Just to show you, I got a couple of varieties in here that give me a very, very small late fall or mid fall harvest. Now I've never actually had any of these set, but you know, there's the inside and everything, and you know, but I did want to show you some of the as these things are changing over into their fall colors. You can just see some of this beautiful bright red, you know, leaves and everything in here. They're just gorgeous looking. Now I haven't really noticed this before, you know, but here was one of the leaves I just got off. Hopefully that coloring is coming through, you know, but that is just gorgeous looking, and the rest of them will be changing soon too. And they've gotten a lot taller after in the past year to 2 years. They've gotten really tall, so they've crowded each other out, so it's time to move them, spread them out a little bit more, and when they get all bare during the winter time, or maybe even late winter, early spring, I will come in and prune them out. Showing you right here, this is still my bell pepper bed. All these are bell peppers. I had chocolate bells, I had purple bells, I had you know, these sweet sunrise, I believe it's called. They were kind of orangey yellow, though it never really materialized that well as far as that coloring. And I had Biancas and all kinds of stuff. So, but these things are still going strong. I still have, here we are, like I said, November 9th or whatever, yeah, and I still have flower blossoms. These things are still blooming, and I still have bell peppers galore all over the place. And look at this, I mean, purple bells right here, you know, that's a good medium-sized one right there. I'll show you one that I have down in here. See if I can find them again. Sorry for all the noise and the, you know, good size one right here. And yeah, I'm feeling all kinds of bell peppers. So, you know, I'm gonna probably try to see if I can transplant one of these indoors and everything, and go from there and see if I can get it to overwinter. You know, pick the best one out of here that's still got good healthy green leaves. But you know, it's just crazy. My bell pepper harvest, you know, you can see the bell pepper in here, and got all these purple bells on here. Oh gosh, look at the size of that one. Holy cow. Look at that. That is a good size. Bigger, real big. Real. Oh, look at this one. Take off this tool material and show you this one changing. This was a chocolate bell, but or maybe it's, I don't know. But that's kind of cool looking. It's putting on some fall colors and everything. You know, but this has still got tons of bell peppers on it. So anyways, and I owe Praxis, was it 557 something, his YouTube channel. He showed me and lots of other people on this pruning technique, and it has made a huge difference in my pepper production. Just by pruning them back during their early lives, it's made these things go crazy. And you know, like I said, these are just going nuts. So thank you, Praxis. Let me show you my cabbage. This is also the trellis I had up here for my tomatoes and everything. Now these are Charleston Wakefield varieties, and I don't know if these are going to make it before, you know, but we'll see. Kind of get in here, and you can look down in there and see how they're starting to form. They're starting to get a little, you know, coming in there, and you know, it's a little hard to get in here with all the netting and stuff, but these are doing, I guess, pretty good. It's my first time trying these. You can see the little heads, all the cupping is going on in there, and out in the middle there is 2 plants of oregano that have still hung on and are still growing. It's like a big old hedge. That's just 2 plants that I did back in the spring, and they've just kind of did their thing. Oops, sorry about that. I got caught on the net. So the cabbage is coming along. It's been a little slow for the cabbage for whatever reason, but hopefully they'll start getting some heads going here pretty soon. I recently cleaned out this bed right here, and as you can see, these are strawberry plants right in here. And usually I space mine out a little bit more, but I was at a local farm where I bought these. These are Camarosa, and this is my first year trying these. And I also have some Camarosa strawberries over here. And I put this tulle material, that's that white netting you see on there. I put that tulle material on top of them because we have rabbits, and what they did last year is they came in here, and particularly in this bed right here, and they nibbled all the leaves off of it, and maybe even did a little nibbling on the crowns. Now the plants did come back in springtime, and they grew a lot of vegetative growth, but really not a whole lot of anything else, and really never got much strawberries out of it after they did that. Now the strawberries I had closer to the house that they didn't touch, you know, I had great production off of them. Those were Chandler varieties. So, but this year the farm only had the Camarosas left over, so I'm trying those, and I actually have one side over here, as you can see, this right here, this row, there really doesn't have any in it, and though I do have a couple down here. I bought some plants the other day from them. On Halloween actually, and they didn't make it. I think that was my fault. I guess I didn't give them enough water, and they seemed to be fine for like 3 or 4 days, and then they come out the next morning and they were mostly gone. And here's what's left over. Maybe 1, 2, 4, 4 plants that possibly have survived. I see a little bit of a green growth you can see right there, and that was in the crown. So I'm hoping that will sprout and do something. I don't know. And if it doesn't, I'll just pull them out, and then you know, maybe in the springtime when Home Depot or whatever gets their strawberry plants in, maybe I'll just get a few, just enough to fit in this bed right there. You know, here's my kale. This is red Russian kale, and I have one little small plant left of the dinosaur or lacticino kale. These are actually left over from last year, and they've survived through the summer and all the bug attacks, and they're still producing just a little bit, you know, and so they're hanging on. But anyways, if those who've watched my videos before, I used to have my blackberry plants over there, and I moved now I've moved them out, and the trampoline is now over there under the big willow tree that you have right there, and I've took them off of those pallets. And I've now brought my 2-wire trellis system over here, and you can see I have my 8 blackberry pots out here now. And you want to see something kind of dangerous here, but I tell you, it needed to be done, and thank God everything went okay, you know. But I had to have the power company, or Miss Utility in our area it's called, come out here and mark the power lines, because you can see the red paint going on through there. And where does it go? Right through my blackberry stuff, you know. So you can see, and then it comes over here and it starts curving, you know, starts curving away and goes right in between these 2 posts right here. So you're supposed to do, there's the paint line right down there, goes right up to the power box there. Now you can see where they have you're supposed to go like 2 feet on, respected 2 feet on each side of the line, and I had a guy come out here and he even checked the depth of it and everything, and he said it was like 2 feet 7 inches and all the 2 feet 3 inches and everything. I was like, well, can I get all that in writing before I start hammering these T-posts in the ground? Because we had a good little laugh at that. He goes, no, I don't think I could do that. And I was like, yeah, okay. So we, between my wife and I, we were able to get the posts down safely. I had to keep an eye on it, and you know, everything went okay, and we got them all hooked up and ready to go. You know, they're changing their colors, they're dropping their leaves, and you know, next year, you know, I'm gonna have to put up a bird netting and everything to keep birds off of them. And I gotta now fight the Japanese beetles because they attacked the heck out of my blackberry bushes last year. So now I got a new enemy in my garden I got to deal with. And so if anybody's got any effective ways of dealing with Japanese beetles, I would appreciate it. You can see my Japanese beetle trap, the only one I had or have. It did okay, but you know, I don't think the Japanese beetles did too much damage as far as fruit production is concerned, because I think the fruiting had come and was gone pretty much before the Japanese beetles came in and started just decimating the leaves. They attacked my blueberries a little bit, but not too bad. So, like I said, if anybody's got any ideas about how to really do some controls of the Japanese beetles organically, then I would greatly appreciate it. Just showing you that Swiss chard. I just love how that coloring right there. That is just gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. So, anyways, just kind of giving you a fall update. What's growing on in here. And, you know, my wife and I and our plans for the next 2 to 3 years, maybe we'll see how things go, and is to move out more into the country and everything, and get some acreage of land and produce more food and stuff like that. And, you know, start, I don't know if you want to call it homesteading, but you know, at least get off the, you know, city system a little bit, you know, get off the water system and everything, so, you know, I won't have a water bill and all that kind of business. So that'll be helpful. And, you know, maybe do some solar paneling down the road, and get off the power grid a little bit, and, you know, and then be able to grow our own food, get some apple trees and things like that in there, and then be able to you know, just be able to give some food away and everything, again, to homeless shelters and whatnot. And my thing, my plan is not just to give it to them, you know, like a handout. You know, that's nice to do, but, you know, it's like you can take, well, I can't remember exactly the expression or the saying, but it's like if you take a man or whatever and you give him fish, he can eat for that one time. But if you teach a man how to fish, you know, he'll feed himself for his lifetime, right? Kind of along that philosophy. You know, I figure if I can go to these homeless shelters and things like that, and soup kitchens, and, you know, ask the residents there, you know, hey, you know, would y'all like to come out and help on my farm, you know, do some of the chores and things that need to be done, so that, you know, you can take some of this produce in now, but it wouldn't just because you were given, but you know, earned it a little bit more, you know, whether it was picking weeds, whether it was helping to harvest the leaves and or the fruit, and all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, gives them a purpose, gives it, you know, gives some people some pride back that they've actually are accomplishing it. Because I believe, you know, in people want, I think, not all, but, you know, a lot of people want to work for their, you know, they don't want to just be handed something. But if I can give them, you know, a little bit of work to do in exchange for the food, then it's not just giving it to them. They've earned some of that, you know, and I think that'll give them a little dignity, a little pride, a little self-respect back in their lives that might be missing, you know. So that's what I would like to do. All right. So from Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch, thanks a lot, and please subscribe. Bye.